Yo, drop a like on this video right now if you're excited for NBA 2K21, and let me know in the comment section what console are you going to be playing on for the next gen. Are you rocking with Xbox or are you rocking with PlayStation? Let me know in the comments, man. YouTube, what the is going on, man? It's your boy Choc, and you guys already know how we get down, man. I'm coming at you guys with another banger video, man. You guys don't even know what's in store for you today. Now look, in today's video, as you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be bringing you the most toxic build in NBA 2K20. All right, this is one of those builds that you just cannot stand to play against, but it's one of those builds that you absolutely love to have for yourself. Needless to say, your opponents are going to be feeling a little salty when you're playing them with this kind of broken and glitchy build. But look, I don't want to waste any more of you guys' time. Before I start the video, as always, if you follow me on Instagram at J35H and like all my pictures, I'll be sure to take the time and like all of yours back. Also follow me on Twitter at Choc to stay up to date with what's going on. And I got some banger tweets as well. So look, without further ado, let me put you guys on to the most toxic build in NBA 2K20. Let's get it. So here we are, guys, at the My Player build. We have made so many crazy builds, and I'm here to bring you another one. As DJ Khaled would say,
another one, another one, another one, another one.
Anyways, look, guys, today I'm bringing you guys the most toxic build in NBA 2K20. So look, your hand doesn't matter. Your position is going to be center. Jersey number doesn't matter. So look, for your pie chart, you're going to go ahead and you're going to select the shooting and finishing pie chart, guys. It's going to give you Hall of Fame shooting badges and Hall of Fame finishing badges, okay? That is a necessity for this build. Now, for your physical profile, I always say it's a preference thing, whatever you guys think. Me personally, I always go with the speed physical profile. I just want to be faster than my opponent, so I go ahead and pick the speed physical profile. Now let's go ahead and set the potential. All right, right away, max your post hook, max your driving dunk, max your driving layup, and max your close shot. It's going to give you 14 finishing badges, guys, which is more than enough to get busy with. For your shooting, you're going to put your mid-range to 70. You're going to put your three-point shot to 70, and you're going to max your post fade, all right? It's going to give you guys 15 shooting badges, okay? 14 finishing, 15 shooting. Already looking kind of glitchy. Now look, for the playmaking, you're going to max the post moves, max the ball handle, and then put the pass accuracy up to where you get 8 playmaking. You don't need any more playmaking than 8. 8 is the sweet spot for this build, so go ahead and get 8 playmaking now. Now for the defense, I feel like the badges are the most important thing, guys. I've seen people with the lowest steal rating ever get plucked, so it's like defense is kind of a fluke thing. You want to just make sure that you have as much badge upgrades as possible. So what I would do is I'd max the defense, max the offensive rebound, max your interior, and max your block. That's going to give you guys 6 defensive upgrades, which again is more than enough to work with. I promise you guys, this build is so OP on offense that you shouldn't even be on defense a lot in 2s or 1s, and even on the 3 score, you're going to be just fine with 6, especially if you're a legend and you can get up to 16. But I'm telling you guys, you will be able to work out with 6. Trust and believe in your defense that you're going to be able to get stops. Now for the body shape, again, that's another preference thing. I always go with burly just because I feel like it gets you more stops. For your height, 6'11" is the sweet spot with this build. 6'11" is the height that I would go with. 6'11" and max weight, okay? I never really feel like strength matters, but I do feel like on the center build that strength matters, so you're gonna go ahead and max it out. That way you can get a little bit more strength. Now for your wingspan, go ahead and max out your wingspan, and then with your takeover, get that post takeover, because again, this is the most toxic build on NBA 2K20. And as you guys can see, you have built an interior finisher. But I'm telling you guys, the way we built this interior finisher is how you play the most cheesy and the glitchiest, the most overpowered way in NBA 2K20. Now look, how you guys put your badges is all kind of a reference to how you play. And if you want a more in-depth and detailed breakdown on the badges, I'm going to link a video. It's going to pop up in the top right hand of your screen right now. But I'm going to show you guys how I personally would do the badges if I was playing on this build. My 6 defensive upgrades, I would use 3 silver badges, and those would be Intimidator, Pogo, and Clamps. For the playmaking, I would go gold post spin technician, gold quick first, and either silver unpluckable or silver bailout. Just kind of depends on what game mode you're playing. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on unpluckable since you're going to be dribbling the ball a lot on this build. For your shooting, guys, listen. If you're into my videos at all, you know how I am about those two right there. You want to make sure you put both of those on Hall of Fame. Then you want to get your green machine up, your hot zone hunter up, and then you are good to go. And again, you can obviously change this depending on how you're playing. If you're going to be more of a spot up, you can put catch and shoot on. If you're going to be in the corner specialist. But to be honest with you, there's really a variety of things that you can do. You just have to play around with it and find it meet how you play the game. For your finishing, you want to make sure you get that Hall of Fame back down punisher. You want to get that contact finisher, and then you want to get the fancy footwork as well. And then really, again, this is another one where you can put on anything, but I would go ahead and throw it on relentless finisher. All right, now look, let's get right into this gameplay. Now I'm gonna let you guys know right now, all right? I need a Choc Nowitzki in the comment section because that's what type of time I was on this build. All right, look. For those of you guys who follow me, I'm not really much of a center and I'm not really much of a post scorer. So I'm kind of learning how to play out of the post myself. So if I can do all these things out of the post, I know for a fact that a lot of you guys will be able to do the same things I'm doing because honestly, I'm not the best post scorer. I'm not the best center. I'm not the best post player. I'm more of a guard. So if I can do them, you 100% can do them too. But look, one thing that you're not going to see me do a lot of because I have a horrible internet in my apartment where I'm recording this gameplay is shooting threes. But I'm going to let you guys know right now that this build can shoot the lights out, all right? It's Hall of Fame shooting, and that's one of the biggest and most important parts about this build is you're going to have Hall of Fame quick draw and Hall of Fame range extender, which if you guys know anything about 2K, you know how hard it is to guard someone who can space the floor like this, all right? This build is good for any game mode, whether that's the ones court like you're seeing me playing right here, 2v2 or 3v3, because you are honestly a bucket, okay? There's not going to be any build that can stop you offensively if you learn how to use this build the right way, all right? If you learn how to post fade and post hook and do all of the glitchy builds, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys the animations. That way you guys can know the best animations to use as well. But once you learn how to use all of these things to your advantage, you're going to be simply put unguardable, okay? This build is one of those builds that I genuinely mean it. You cannot stop this build. It's physically impossible to stop. And yes, you heard me right. I said physically impossible because the way post fades, the way post hooks, the way the post is in general in this game is honestly impossible. It doesn't matter how good of defense the person is playing. If you get low enough and you do one of the glitchy animations, it's clipped for them. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter how good of defense that they're playing on you. As you guys can see, it's not like these people are playing bad defense. It's just there's nothing they can do. The post has been broken in every 2K since 17. I swear to you, ever since post scores have been in the game, they've always been one of the most OP and just flat out toxic builds. I'm telling you guys, man, people that are playing you are going to think you are toxic because of this build. Now, this is a build that I would recommend to people of all skill levels, all right? Because you're going to be able to shoot the ball better than the average build because you have Hall of Fame shooting, and the post scoring is really not hard to learn. Like, I promise you guys, learning how to post hook and post fade and all that stuff is really not hard. And as you guys can see, when you can shoot from this deep and do everything else that you've been watching in this gameplay, it's like, bro, this build really has no weaknesses. And yeah, I guess the main weakness would be the 6 defensive badges. But like I said, if you have good defense, if you know how to guard a man, 6 defensive badges is not going to be a problem for you. I promise you can get stops with 6 defensive badges. And because this build is so good on offense, you shouldn't even have to worry about defense because you're going to be scoring every single possession. And to be quite honest with you, man, I'm hoping that there's no build like this in NBA 2K21 because I'm telling you guys, this build in the right hands, you could really win like 90 games out of 100 without even sweating because this build does not take a ton of skill. And if you're a skillful player with a build that doesn't take a lot of skill, I mean, look at that. That's a perfect contest. He can't contest it because of how flawed the game's mechanics are. Look at this. What is this guy supposed to do? I mean, there's literally nothing he can do. And I'm telling you, with a build like this in the right hands, you can absolutely run it up and dominate NBA 2K20. And for those of you guys who are just looking to skate by until NBA 2K21, looking for a fun build to play on where you can do something that you wouldn't normally do, this is a good build for you too. As you guys can see, I'm out here. I'm learning how to be a post scorer, right? I'm learning how to be Choc Nowitzki. maybe next year you might see Choc on a post. Let me know if you guys would want to see Choc on a post in 2K21. You guys know I'm a point guard at heart, but I mean, if it's this easy to get buckets, man, why would I not play on a post? I mean, this thing is an absolute bucket. But look, I just wanted to apologize, guys, for the lack of streaming lately. I'm finishing up my NBA 2K League season. We're heading towards the playoffs. We're 2 games away. If we win our next 2, we're in. So that's where a lot of my focus has been, and that's where a lot of my time has been. I promise you guys, as soon as this season is over, 2K21, I'm going to be coming at you guys with a ton of streams. I'm talking daily streams, daily uploads. You guys are going to see a different level of grind from your boy in NBA 2K21. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss any of that. So if you are not subbed to this page, trust me, you don't want to miss any of the content, man. I'm going to be bringing you guys the banger builds, the banger jump shots, all the tips and tricks. If you guys want to make sure that you are a good NBA 2K21 player, this is the channel for you. If you guys look through my channel, I have everything that you need to know for 2K20, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for 2K21. So if you want to make sure that you're dominating your friends and just dominating the game in general, be sure to sub to the channel, because I have everything you need on here and more. Funny videos, tip videos, you name it, I got it. But look, guys, that is the end of today's video, guys. As you can see by this gameplay, this is by far the most toxic build in NBA 2K21, and I hope that for those of you guys who make this build, man, I'm praying for the people you play against, because I already know there's going to be a lot of rage quitting and broken controllers on their end. But look, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, it's your boy Choc, and I'm out. Peace.